Good morning, how's it going? It is Monday morning, my name is Chris Graham, this is Ross Clarke, it's the GG weekend review, it's Monday morning. That cold you had on Friday,
it's worse.
It's worse.
It's worse.
I'm nervous, I'm genuinely nervous that I catch something.
Well, I think you're guaranteed, it's got to be an odds-on shot. If you're making a book this time next week, you're going to be, it's man flu people, it's man flu.
It's my anniversary on Saturday, this is the last thing I need. Anyway, we'll process anyway. There's so much to talk about. A phenomenal, fantastic weekend of horse racing. Let's skim through it really quickly. We'll start with Friday night. The Veteran Futurity Group 1, 6 o'clock tea time Friday night Group 1 action. And a bit of a shock, Aidan O'Brien didn't win this race, which is a bit of a surprise. Chemical won it for Andrew Baldwin pretty easily, huh?
Won very easily, very nicely. First Group 1 in Britain ever to be run on an artificial surface. Yeah. So whether the form will translate, I don't know. I mean, Kamiko had been beaten the last twice, so a little bit of a surprise, but won it well enough. Yeah. The question is, will he translate it back to turf at the beginning of next year? I wouldn't be so sure. I wouldn't be rushing to back him for the Derby or
20 to 1 for the Derby.
20 to 1 for the Derby.
Mogul, I think, was doubled in price, 7 to 1 to 14 to 1. No impressed by the Mogul. It was very well hyped.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing, connections of every horse, even Roche Beckett with Kinross that was well backed, is the fact that it was on an artificial surface and these horses could all be better on turf. Sure. So I just hope that there aren't too many more Group 1s run on artificial surfaces in Britain. Not for me.
Sure. The Breeders' Cup, did you stay up and watch it?
No, man flu combined with my the Saturday didn't start very well anyway because my wife's South African, so the Rugby World Cup was an absolute disaster.
Absolutely gutted for you, man. Absolutely, as a Scotsman, absolutely gutted.
Yeah, I had punishment. We had like a little bet beforehand. I had to wear a South African shirt for the whole of Sunday, so that was great.
Went well. So the flat season this weekend pretty much draws to a close with the traditional Doncaster November handicap meeting, and then it's really all about the jumps. But it pretty much is the jumps at the moment. It feels like that. We'll start with Ascot on Saturday. The Sodexo Gold Cup won by Vindication, very well impressive. 30 feet, won for the Gold Cup now, 1 of 11 stone, and won pretty well. He looks a really exciting prospect for this season.
He does, but you've got to remember that's just a handicap, that race. He's got a hell of a lot of improving to do. Kim Bailey obviously thinks the world of him, but he got found out last year towards the end of the season at top class company. So, you know, he could still be improving. I love the way he jumped the last at Ascot, absolutely fluid, suggesting there was a load of still left in the tank, but he's probably a soft ground horse, seeing to see him at his best, so whether he's ever going to get conditions to suit at Cheltenham. Sure. If it turned up into a bog at Cheltenham, you could see him running a big race. I mean, to me, he could more be a Grand National type or a Welsh National type.
So when they're going to go with him next, maybe the Caspian Caviar in December at Cheltenham.
I think they're going to try and Nationals will be a last resort. I think they're going to try and turn him into a top class staying chaser. Right. So he's going to have to step up again. Be good, interesting to see that.
Definitely, I thought it was really positive. The Charlie Hall, I was quite down on it on Friday, I think, and I feel quite justified. It was a nice race. Great to see Ballyoptic's groom get so excited and stuff like that, but it's not a race, it's not a Charlie Hall that I'm never going to really remember. The Bag
yeah, easy for you to say. Yeah, disappointed, but
just went out like a light.
The ground didn't jump well.
No.
I don't think she jumped any fence perfectly. Was very disappointed with the way she jumped. Yeah. It was a complete bog though, wasn't it? It turned into weather was atrocious. Yeah. The ground was heavy. Right. Ballyoptic ploughed through it better than anyone else. It's difficult to see Labago while going from there, getting her back to win a King George.
Tough.
Yeah, tough. But you know, worthy winner, handled the conditions best, and that's what jump racing's about. Absolutely. Especially when the ground's like that. That's what punters have to do, is try and find the winner that's best suited by the conditions.
I love Topville Ben in that race. He was devouring the fences, but I think he just didn't stay on the ground. It was too sticky.
Yeah, another one. Give another chance.
Yeah,
give another chance to. But that was his first chance.
That was a step up in class, wasn't it?
I mean, maybe he's not quite going to be top class.
Yeah. That was the Charlie Hall then. And you know, the other big incident in Ascot involved GG.CO.UK and Capeland. Extraordinary incident. Take us through it and give me your thoughts.
Right, okay, so two things. Firstly is I don't really think either horse should have been punished. I think you can't argue that the best horse didn't win the race. He would have, I mean, the only horse that could have beaten him was the one he took out, which was his stablemate. You might have heard more kind of contentious debate afterwards if they were opposing trainers. But I mean, the one thing I can't quite understand is how the horse that was most inconvenienced gets disqualified and the other horse gets to keep the race.
Why was that? Because he didn't actually jump?
Yeah, the horse that was what was it? Capitaine? Capeland, something like that. Capeland, I think it was. Actually didn't jump the fence at all. GG.CO.UK, you could basically say barely jumped the fence.
Yeah.
Actually went over the half and half over the side.
Yeah.
I don't know how you police that. I don't know how you can come up with a strategy to say, well, this is what we'll do in future. I just think, you know, you have to let the winner keep the race. He was more inconvenienced. He didn't actually help himself other than putting out his main competition, I suppose. But yeah, good to watch. Great drama.
It was indeed. The Down Royal Ladbrokes Champion Chase took place. You like Road to Respect. I like Delta Work. Delta Work was disappointing. Road to Respect, though, another good win for the no-meat trained horse. 33 won for the Gold Cup, 16 won for the Ryanair. Which of the two would you fancy at those?
I feel a bit sorry for Road to Respect actually, because no race really at the Cheltenham Festival is going to suit him. Gold Cup's probably a bit too far, stretches his stamina. Ryanair's probably a bit too short, so he's always going to be one of these.
Need another race maybe in the middle.
Don't get me started. There's enough people want 5 days as it is.
Please no. Never.
But yeah, I think 3 miles is Road to Respect's trip. He'll go from here to probably the Christmas race, you know, where he ran, which he was unlucky not to win last time. But yeah, good performance from Road to Respect. Clan de Zobo, you can pick holes in his form I mentioned last week. Don't know, he might be short of top class as well, and Delta Work was extremely disappointing.
Yes, I was really disappointed in that.
Didn't jump well.
No, not at all. On to Sunday, and it's not often a Sunday at Carlisle gets people excited in horse racing, but that's what happened yesterday in the Colin Parker Memorial Chase, won by the Colin Tizard trained Lostintranslation. Very impressively.
Yeah, brilliant performance. Just I urge anyone who hasn't seen a video, if you can watch a video of it anywhere, just take a look at how well he jumps. I mean, I've not seen, bearing in mind that's his first run out of novice company. Granted, he got an easy lead in front, but I've not seen a horse jump that well for a long time. Third favourite for the Gold Cup.
8-1 third favourite of the Gold Cup, and Ken Boy, and last year's winner Album, this year's winner Album Photo. He just won a race at Carlisle. Is that a bit of an overreaction?
I mean, he was third, fourth favourite. He was third, fourth favourite for the Gold Cup before that race. I don't think. I thought his price was short before the race for the Gold Cup, but the way he jumped and the way he galloped, I can see him being an absolute tool this year. It's going to take a good one to stop him. Be interesting to see what they do with him next. Where they go with him.
King George.
Oh, that's too. For me, I wouldn't fancy going to a King George against Doughty or Clan de Zobo. Maybe just keep him relatively quietly, try and keep him away. They were talking about the Betfair Chase, I think, at the end of this month. That'd be interesting. Him against Bristol Demai at Haydock.
Bristol Demai, easy.
Both going from the front, jumping well. That'll be some race. But one to really look forward to, and keep an eye on.
The new Q card.
Better than Q card.
You think so? Wow,
better than
that's
Q card.
a statement.
I think he just certainly jumps better than Q card. If you gave me the choice of both of them, I think I'd take Lostintranslation.
Wow, Q card, 2 King
Potential excites me. Yeah. Potential.
One of the horses of the decade. Saturday coming, not quite as exciting. You have to say Wincanton is the main meeting. The Badger Beers Chase is the race, and the Elite Hurdle, which has been won by some decent horses who've tended to finish in the first 6 in the Champion Hurdle, won by Brian Frost, that Badger Beers Chase last year. But anyway, that's next week. Wincanton and Aintree. We'll be back on Friday as ever with another GG weekend preview. Looking forward to that.
Very much so. If I've
If you still survive that.
yeah, I could be doing it from my hospital bed with drips hanging out of me, man flu.
We'll be there.
It's a killer, folks. It's a killer.